Hello, beauties. Oh my God, do I look crazy with no brows? Okay, so let's get started. Um, okay, so brows. Hey, Ella, how are you, sweetie? What the hell is in my hair? Ugh. So brows are, they can be difficult, just depending upon what your preference is. I personally like the Sharpie brows. So when the trolls say that, I don't give a fuck. Because that's just, it's my preference. Just like makeup is all about preference, brows are all about preference. And it's about what you as the individual like. Me personally, I don't like the new trend of the bushy brows because I just don't like that. And maybe I will eventually like that, but right now I don't. Um, Thanks for the hearts, allegedly with Brittany. It's I'm glad you're good, Ella. So, goose. So yeah, this is just my preference. I like the Sharpie brows. So when you come in here and you're talking about Sharpie brows, keep it moving because I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want to say. It's just what I like. I love doing my brows, but it can be difficult. The way I do my brows is the way that it used to be done, but makeup changes and then, trends start happening and people start doing their brows differently. Me personally, I have no brows. Aw, thank you, Goose. Always kind of want to trim them. Yeah. I'm gonna show you just step by step what I do. I don't know if I'm gonna do both brows. I might, just depending upon how fast I am. But what I'm gonna do is I use pomade and some people use pencil. It's whatever your preference. A pencil is going to give you more of uh the pencil is going to give you more of a natural look as far as it's not going to be as um I don't know. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. A pencil is going to just it's just going to give you more of a natural look than versus pomade. It's going to give you more of a dramatic look, and that's why I like pomade. So I either use Anastasia Dip Brow in Granite, or I will use um, the Super Pomade by Vegan Beauty, which used to be Kat Von D, and this is their pomade, and this is in Graphite, which is 80. And Graphite, by the way, is the darkest color because I like my brows dark. I did not mean to hide you, love. Total accident. That's okay, Britt. Ella's a sweetheart. She wouldn't mind. The only thing I don't like about the cat, whatever, the KVD Vegan Beauty is that this dries out really, really fast. And then the Anastasia Dip Brow, I love it, but it's changed. It's not the same as it used to be. It used to be highly, highly pigmented, and I don't know. I just don't like it as much as I used to. So the first thing that I get is this thing right here, and this is like a little shaver. I know my mirror is a hot mess. Let me hide my mirror. um, this is well, whatever. I can't hide it no more. Um, there we go. This is like one of those shavers to where you can do that to your face. This is what I use it for, and then I also use it for my brows. I don't do this every time. I maybe do it every other day sometimes. And what I will do is I don't like plucking. I do not like plucking my brows. It just I don't like it. So I will just take this shaver and just get under there and get all of those little hairs like that, and also like try to just clean it up a little bit. I'll just get right up under there. And the one thing that I do like, and that this is just a suggestion if you like that more lifted effect, is I like my brows to be more out than versus down, because if they're down, it can droop your face, or is if it's up, it's going to give you more of like a facelift, but I'll show you that. So I'm going to take the, I'll take the Anastasia first. I'll just use the Anastasia. And you are going to need like a concealer brush. So this is going to be to clean up the concealer. You are going to need a flat concealer brush, and this is going to clean up your brows and give it more of that precise look. And then obviously a brow brush. Y'all, I'm obsessed with brow brushes. I have a whole bunch of them. Price is no object to me. This one is the Benefit one, and I like this one, but I also like a lot of others too. So I'm going to brush my brows up like this. I'm gonna brush them all up, the little bit of brows that I have. Okay, because Tia wasn't blessed with brows, you guys. I just was not. Okay, and then I probably will use my KVD more than I will use the Anastasia. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get up close so you guys can see. Is I'm gonna take my brush. You're gonna need an angled brush, any kind of angled brush. Tia, do you like a flat brow brush or an angled? A flat or an angled one. I don't use a flat brow brush. Hello, beautiful. I've been driving to all kinds of channels. Hi, Lala. How are you? You can have some of mine. Oh my gosh, I need brows. I was thinking about you can get like brow transplants now, y'all, and everything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first I'm just going to dip into my pomade like I just did, and I'm going to draw a line up under like that. And I'm gonna bring it to about here. Okay, about there. So what I'm doing is I'm rough drafting it right now. I am outlining my brows, and then I'm gonna fill them in. So then I'm gonna dip back into my pomade, and I'm gonna do the top. And I am not going to take the line on the top all the way to the front. I'm only gonna go about right here in the middle. Okay, if you guys can see, this is how I like it now. I like it more going up than versus down, because it gives you more of a lifted effect. One of these days I'm going to do like a do's and don'ts when it comes to brows, but I don't like doing those kind of videos because, like I said, I really don't feel like there's any rules in makeup. I say do whatever it is that you want. You don't have to do the trends or anything like that. It's really all about preference. Oh, and another thing that you're also going to need, obviously, is a full coverage concealer. Definitely a full coverage concealer. You're going to want a concealer that is close to your skin tone. Definitely, you don't want it to be too light, but you can definitely have it lighter on the bottom, which will give you more of a lifted effect, because that's what it's all about. And then you're going to want to have your skin tone on the top. So I'm actually just going to use this Makeup Revolution because it's very close to my skin tone. It's actually a little bit deeper than my skin tone, because the lighter your concealer is when you are carving your brows out, the lighter your concealer is, the harder it's going to be to blend. So as you can see, I outlined this one. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to go whoop, like that. Now, you don't have to draw the line very intense, but you're going to want to make your brows as even as possible, right? So I'm going to brush them up. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do a rough draft. I'm going to go on the bottom. And see how I like to bring it out? And then I'm going to go on the top, and I'm going to take it only in the middle. You don't want to get too close going into the beginning of your brow, because that's where you're going to want to try to keep it as light as possible. So I'm just rough drafting him right now. Oh, hi, Priscilla. How are you, beautiful? It's so good to see you here. I know I got to start going live on Facebook more, but I just love YouTube. So now I'm just doing it on the bottom. Thank you for coming over, Priscilla. I miss you too, sweetie. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so now it's rough draft, right? Now it's rough draft, and it's about as even as I could possibly get it. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, remember, brows are twins, or no, brows are sisters, not twins. So don't try to get it too perfect. You'll drive yourself crazy. Don't be like me. I don't have a beginner's playlist. I definitely need to create one though, Lala. I will get on that for sure. I'm so happy to see your beautiful face, Priscilla. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, let me bring you guys in a little bit closer because I don't understand what's wrong with this computer. Oh my God. I just stuck my finger in the mother effing pomade, y'all. It's hard to try to keep up with the new trends. Thank goodness for daughters that try and help me, right? I don't really care about trends. I'll just keep it real. There are some trends that I do, and there are some trends that I don't. And brows are definitely one of those trends because I do not like I just don't like the way they do brows now. But I will do that for you guys if you want me to. I have no problem with this. I have no problem with doing that. Loving this, always struggle with my brows. Thank you, Love Reigns. I appreciate you guys all being here. I really do. It means a lot to me. Okay, so now I'm going to fill them in, and I'm just going to go in with my Kat Von D or the KB, whatever. It's so weird that it's not Kat Von D anymore. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in my brows, okay? So it's outlined, so now I'm going to color them in. And I'm going to take this brush here, and I am just coloring them in. I have to dip into this. Normally, you really don't have to dip into pomade that much, depending upon the pomade that you use, depending upon how dramatic you like your brows. But I like my brows dramatic for one, and for two, this is drying out. That's the only thing I don't like about this pomade. It dries out really quick. And if it dries out, you can use baby oil. Baby oil works. What else? Yeah, baby oil, any kind of oil. So I'm just coloring them in. It's like a coloring book. And you guys, I absolutely adore doing my brows. Like it's very fun and therapeutic to me. So, and I'm very picky with my brows. So if I could do them for a long time, I could, but just filling them in right now. This stuff is so dry. Now I'm going to move on to another brush. I'm going to use my Anastasia number 12 brush. This stuff is so I cannot believe I'm out of baby oil, but it does depend on the brush too. Different brushes pick up pomade better than others. It just depends. Now I'm going to do the other brow and I'm just going to fill it in. I would have already finished hair and makeup. I need to do better. Girl, it's all about your preference and what you like. So now I'm doing is filling it in, you guys. Just making shying away from the front as much as I possibly can. You don't want to be too close to the front because you want to try, when you go to the front, you're going to want to just blend it. Kind of bring it like this and kind of just blend it like that. Then do the same thing over here. I love makeup, but I don't know what I'm doing. I never knew what I was doing for a long time. You're so swift with your hand movements when it comes to your brows. I love that. Thank you, Priscilla. You're so sweet. You do your brows so fast. Takes me forever to try to make my brows look like siblings. There's no making them twins. No, 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 no. There's no main. Their brows are sisters, not twins. They're never going to be. Don't even try it. Don't even try it because I used to be really hard on myself about my brows. You guys have no idea the journey that I've been through when it comes to brows. And that's why I'm not going to go follow trends because it took me long enough to, master this. So if I was to do the bushy brows, I would have to mimic brow hairs. And that takes a lot of time, and I just don't have time for that. This is enough. So what I'm doing is I'm just building them up to how I desire. You can literally stop right here, and then go to carve them out. When you go to carve them out, that's when the magic happens. To me, that's my favorite part because you are cleaning them up, making them look like you just got them like freshly waxed or something. And I am just making them as intense as I like them. You guys see them, so obviously you know I like them pretty dramatic. This stuff is so dry. That's why you guys keep seeing me dip into it because it's really dry. Okay. How are we doing so far? It's always my mistake too. My my boyfriend gets so mad at me because I do that's what takes me the longest, you guys, is my brows. But it wouldn't take me so long if I didn't try to make them look perfect in my eyes. But they're never going to be perfect, so don't even try. Just always keep that in mind. Brows are sisters, not twins. Okay, so now that I got them to the way that I desire them, I know the topic is brows. I just have to ask about your foundation because you honestly glow. The foundation that I use today is the Fenty. I'll get it as soon as I'm done carving out my brows. It's the Fenty foundation. I use, um, is it the matte one? Yeah, I used the matte one today actually, which it's actually my skin looks really, really dry. But I love that matte foundation. That's like my favorite foundation. So I'll show you when I'm done. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. So now you're going to want to take your flat concealer brush. This is by Smashbox. And any kind of concealer, like I said, preferably closer to your skin tone. Okay. And I'm just going to take it off here and take my flat brush. And I'm just going to dip into the concealer. And I am going to go under first, of course, and I'm going to clean it up. Just like that. And I still have my eyeshadow on because I didn't take it off. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side. I don't know if I've ever heard of it. So thank you for showing me. Absolutely. You've never heard of Fenty, girl? I've always thought it was interesting how many different orders women do their makeup in. Like I do my foundation, highlighting, brows, then eyes. The first thing I do, that's actually interesting to me too, Love Rains. I do my brows first. Then I do my eyes, and then I do my foundation, and then I do so I do mine completely opposite. If you have a problem like with shaky hands or anything like that, you can always lean on something. So I'm truly sorry. What happened? By the way, I don't know if I apologized before, but I want to apologize to you for how I treated you on the other person's channel a few months ago. It was not fair or appropriate. That's so sweet, Ella. Just gonna clean this up on the bottom. Okay. So now I'm going to do the top. You don't have to do the top. It's really your preference and what you like. But I'm going to clean up the top, and I'm just going to take my concealer brush, go like this, and you're literally just cleaning your brows up and making it look like they just got freshly waxed or something, plucked or whatever, like you just came from the salon. See the difference? And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Obviously, why do we say that? Oh, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Of course, you're going to do the same thing. Like, I'm babbling, you guys. Then sometimes I will bring it over here in the middle, like that. And then I will take my concealer brush. Some people use a beauty blender. I personally don't, because I feel like a concealer brush is more precise. And then I will just take my concealer brush and blend out this concealer. And some people don't clean up their brows. To me, it's a must. Like, I have to do it because it really does make a difference. And I'll just like go back and forth. Now, of course, you're going to have good days and bad days when it comes to brows. It's not always going to be go your way. Trust and believe that, because my brows don't always go my way. Sometimes they're a hot mess. Sometimes they're too dramatic. Sometimes they're not dramatic enough, or sometimes they're not even enough. And it's whatever. Um, Everybody has their good makeup days and their bad makeup days, right? Okay, so as you can see, that kind of cleaned them up, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Smashbox uh, brow brush, and it doesn't have a spoolie on the end, so I don't use it that much. I mean, I like it, but it's very, very tiny. If you can see, it's very tiny. So I'm going to mimic brow hairs right here in the front, okay? Hey, Chit Chat. Yeah, Smashbox, they really do have really nice brushes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lightly go up. There's already product on here from earlier. And I'm just flicking brow hairs, just like that. Just like that. And do the same thing over here. I just lightly, you want to do it lightly, not too heavy, unless you like it that way. And just flicking them up. Okay. Okay, so I did that actually really quick. So the next thing I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to go back into my dip brow, and I am just going to look and see if I have like any sparse areas, because sometimes when you carve them out, it makes it easier to see, like if you have like any sparse areas that you may have missed, and that's what I'm doing now. And I'm going to emphasize my arch a little bit. Like that. Let's make sure that you guys can see. Sorry if you guys can't see when I do that side. It's so hard for me to maneuver. And this is the part where I get really picky. Then I will just look and see if they're even. Yeah, they look kind of even. They're not perfect, but whatever. Yeah, they look even. I'm getting in the zone, you guys. Then I won't stop. Okay, let me stop myself. Yes, they definitely look even, very nicely shaped. Thank you, Priscilla. I'm not sure what to do in this situation. Is it okay to bounce back and forth with another channel? My creators that have wrenched me have given me up. Have given up on me this week, so I'm checking out lots of shows. Absolutely, of course you can, sweetie. I mean, it's really up to you. Whatever you want to do, sweetie. Okay, so I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to take my concealer and I am going to clean them up a little bit more, and see, this is where I get picky, and I want to make sure that not as much concealer as I used before. But I told y'all I'm picky with my brows. I'm so like, I can see a million things that I would want to do differently right now and just keep going, but I'm not going to, because then we would be here all night. Okay. Thank you, Pop and Sass 2014. I like your name. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean up this, blend this concealer one more time. You don't have to do that twice. I'm just doing it twice because that's just how I am. But you don't have to do it. See, never mind. Okay. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, but this is pretty much it. And then there's one more thing that I'm going to do. And I definitely recommend that you do this. Just because it's going to make your brows stay, like they're not going to move. And you don't want your brows to move. You want your brows to stay in the same place all day. And this is what I try to do, but sometimes I forget to do it. You guys see, it's an obsession. It's crazy. Okay. So does that look easy or does that look hard? I think I tried to make it look as easy as possible. I think I went quicker than I thought I was going to. But if I keep going, it's just going to Lasts forever. And you guys see the difference? Like, huge difference. Okay, that's it. That's it. This is how crazy I am with my brows, you guys. This is how crazy I go. Like, I can do this all night. Like, it's so therapeutic for me. I get lost and I just, let me stop. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, it looks like practice, but practice makes perfect. It's relaxing to watch, honestly. Yay! That makes me happy. Maybe I'll do ASMR one day too. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do, okay, so I mimic the brow hairs, everything like that. So that's what they look like up close. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get um a brow gel. Okay, it could be a clear brow gel, or you can use one that has color to it. It's whatever your preference is, because you want your brows to last. And also, what it does is it's going to help your brows blend in a little bit more as well, especially up here towards the front. So I'm going to take, I will take this kind. What's this? This is the Eyebrows Big Boost Fiber Gel, and this is by MAC, and this is in the shade brown, which normally I wouldn't go for brown. I would normally go for like a clear brow gel, or I would never use a deep brow gel like the color that I use for pomade, because what the brow gel is going to do is it's going to just blend them all together and make them look a little bit more softer. And then it's also going to make them last longer throughout the day. And another thing, too, is you can either get a fiber brow gel or you can just get a regular brow gel. Now, a fiber brow gel is going to kind of add more volume to your brows, and it can actually make them look a lot thicker than what they are. So I'm going to use this first and see how I like it. I haven't used this in a while, and sometimes fibers can get a little bit crazy. See, Ella, she doesn't even remember, girl, but it was so sweet of you to apologize. It really was. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking the brow gel and I'm going right here to the front first. And I am brushing it up, not down, but up. Okay. And then I'm just going to go through the rest of my brow just like this, because I want my brows to stay like this throughout the day. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to do the same. You're going to want to take the tip. When you're in the front, you're going to want to take the tip, and you don't want to use too much, so make sure you get that off. And I'm going to take the tip and I am going to go up, just up like that. And then I'm going to just take that tip still and go throughout the rest of the brow. And see, as you can see, it makes them look a little bit more softer. Now, it's making this look softer because this is brown. Not my favorite, but this is a really good brow gel, though. Now, my brows ain't going to go nowhere for the rest of the day. They are going to stay like this or the rest of the night until I take it off, because I used a brow gel. And that's just going to ensure that they stay. You don't want your brows to rub off. And, even if you don't use a brow gel, your brows would still stay, but they're not going to like stay for throughout the day, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's literally it, you guys. See, it's not bad, right? What do you guys think? Absolutely, Tia Simone. Sorry, I was reheating my dinner, so I didn't see your comment right away, Ella. That's okay. It's awesome that she, apologized. So that was sweet. I don't remember what she did either, Goose. But she did, and she's taking responsibility for it. So that's awesome. So that's how I do my brows, you guys. It's pretty simple. Now I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go up under here because I don't use that one because it's brown. And I like my brows to be very dramatic. So I'm going to add a little bit more black back into my brows. But I'm still going to stay away from the front. Holy crap. This stuff is so stiff. Okay. So, yep, that's it, you guys. That is it. And if you really want to make and give more of a lifted effect, you can take your highlighting palette or whatever. I'm just going to take my Nicole Guerrero, Anastasia, Beverly Hills collab. That is my favorite highlighting palette ever. And I'm going to just take any kind of flat brush or what? Oh, I haven't used this brush in a while. I've been looking for that brush. As soon as I find a flat brush, any kind of flat brush like this, and I am going to take my highlighting color, which is see how used and abused this is, you guys. Look, I'm going to take this color right here, and right here at my arch, I'm just going to add. You guys see my internet? Damn it. Can you guys see me? My internet's acting up, you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Can you guys see me? My internet just went out. Like I told you guys, we have like an outage here in our apartment complex. Okay, so yeah, take a little bit of highlighter, just like this. Please link the products you use because I will never remember the names. Yes, I can see you. Good. Thank you. Okay, good. Perfect brows. Definitely got to look into brow fibers. Yeah, they build your brows up and you don't even, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I just was worried that the internet went out, and you don't even have to, if you don't like your brows like this, you can get a fiber brow gel and just comb it through your brows, and it's just going to make your brows more thicker. You know what I mean? That's what fibers are. So now I'm going to take some highlighter and put it right here, just on the arch, not through the whole entire brow, but just on the arch, because if you look, it kind of gives you that lifted effect. Okay, you see that? And I'm going to do the same thing over here, of course. Not that I have to tell you guys, because I'm going to do the same thing over here. And that's it, you guys. That's a wrap. I absolutely love doing my brows, you guys. It's just fun for me. I mean, like I said, my babe gets mad at me all the time because I just can take forever doing my brows. Um, because I love my brows. And, yeah, the trolls can come in here and say that they're Sharpies. Thank you. That doesn't bother me. Keep saying it. You can say my name, whatever. Don't give a fuck. But yeah, this is how I like my brows. And um when I do these kinds of tutorials, you guys, and I've always wanted to do this. I've mentioned this to you guys so many times, but I never thought that I could. And the reason why is because when you're doing if I'm on my camera is different. It's brighter. I was afraid that you guys weren't going to really be able to see what I was doing. Especially doing it live. I was very nervous about doing makeup live. But I'm really happy that I'm doing this now. I used to do makeup lives on Facebook. But to me, Facebook's a little bit different than YouTube. And there's more trolls on YouTube than Facebook. There just is. And I just wasn't sure that I wanted to do it. And I'm glad that I did, um, because this was suggested to me so long ago. And I was so nervous to do it. And it's easy to get on here and talk about things that are going on in the community or different communities and just talking about, what's going on in the world. But being so raw, and doing your makeup live can be very nerve wracking. So I just wasn't sure that I was going to be able to do this. And I promise you guys, I'm going to be here every Thursday, and eventually people will find us. But I like how intimate this is. I have no problem with this at all. That's why I put it on subscribers only, because there's too many trolls, and especially now because there are some manipulative, condescending, horrible trolls out there that like to talk about you. I had a few trolls in here earlier. So even before I started it. So you when you're doing your makeup live, you're really putting yourself out there, and it's definitely something that I just didn't think that I was going to be able to do. But I'm glad that I'm doing this. I absolutely love doing this for you guys. You don't have to do your brows like this. You can take different things that I did with my brows and implement that to how you want to do your brows. Everybody does their brows differently. The next time I do brows in the next couple of weeks, I'll do a more natural brow just to give you guys versatility, so you guys can see how a natural brow, how you can do it, especially if you have thin brows like I do. So I will do that. However, when is Halloween? 549. Halloween is. This is a new phone, you guys, so I don't know where my. Okay, so Halloween is next Sunday. Okay, so next Thursday, I will do. I'll do the Halloween look. I'll do a Halloween look next Thursday, and that's gonna be fun. Now that I'm nervous about, okay, because I'm gonna be. Oh God. Oh Lord. Say my name, say my name. I love that song. Half asleep, just wanted to say hi. Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. I heard it's around 600 and lasts for 3 years. What lasts for 3 years? I'm missing comments. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me just go up. I can't ever get my arch to look good, and it takes practice. It definitely. And the biggest suggestion that I can give you, Emma Lou, is to tilt your head when you're trying to get that arch. Tilt your head. Don't have your head like this doing your brows. Tilt it, because it just makes it easier to get that arch. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Okay. One of my brows has a little arch. The other is almost flat. I'm thinking of just shaving the tail so that I can just create my own arch. A lot of people do that, Goose. A lot of people do that. I want to get the powder brows. Have y'all ever heard of that? I have never. Wait, yes, I have. I have heard of the powder brows. The 90s messed up brow. They have never been the same. The 90s, it pretty much. I mean, I like the natural brow that I see people doing and I know how to do them. It's just not my style. It's not my preference and I'm not one to follow trends. If I like a trend, then I will do it, you know. But if I don't like a trend, I'm not going to do it just because it's a trend, if that makes sense. I've always liked my brows like this. It took me a long time to master this and I'm not going back. Sorry. And especially because my brows are so thin and the bushy brows in. So I would literally have to sit here and mimic every brow hair. And that's going to take a little bit of time. Forget the haters. Yes, Priscilla. Oh, it's so good to see you here. Beautiful. I just had mine tinted today. It's so funny. I came across this video searching YouTube, but the girl said the tint probably won't last because I barely have any. It's mostly tinted on my skin. So it might not last that long, Emmylou, but it should last for a while though. It definitely should because isn't that like it's like the tattoo brows. Now I have thought about you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but they now have brow transplants where they put fake hair in your brows. I wonder how much that costs. You do it great, Tia. Damn, I just want to pluck my eyebrows in the right shape and then make them a bit darker since I'm blonde. And yet, keep practicing at that, and you can definitely do that, Lynn. It's not hard. And I will do my brows more on camera too. But like I said, you don't have to do your brows like me, but you can implement the things that I've done and do it to how you like to do your brows, you know, and you definitely have to do your brows the way that you like them, you know, and some people don't like to do anything with their brows, and that's cool too. I just love brows. I don't know why. It's my favorite part of the makeup routine. I can do it for hours. I'm just weird. A lot of people hate doing brows. I'm glad you conquered the nerves and went for it. I actually really did learn a lot. Oh, that makes me so happy. Listen, peeps. That makes me so happy. Thank you. Powder brow is similar to the microblading, but not as harsh. Okay. Yeah, because powder isn't as harsh in general. So, yeah. I hope it lasts. I heard it's around $600 and lasts for 3 years. Holy shit. I love watching you live. Don't matter where. Aw, that's so sweet. She's such a sweetheart. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much, Alex. I'm so happy you stopped by. I know it's past your bedtime, but I'm happy you stopped by. 90s messed up my brows too, right? The Drew Barrymore thin brows. Oh, girl. Literally, my brows used to be pencil thin. I definitely that messed up my brows for sure because everybody loved that Drew Barrymore thin brow. And yeah, I definitely messed up my brows because of that shit. For sure. I watched another YouTube do that and it looks so good. Early 2000s really for me, but same little tiny brows, overplucking. Oh my gosh. Applying makeup is therapeutic for me and it's an art. Yes, it is. We can do what we want and how. Love this tutorial. I do my brows like this. Well, similar. That's awesome. Not many people, can say whatever they want to about my brows. I don't give a fuck. You know, a lot of people like to say things about my brows, and that's the problem that I have when it comes to makeup. People are even judgmental when it comes to makeup, and makeup literally washes off. It's not tattooed on your face. It's not that serious. Makeup washes off. It's like you get people that get so mad and try to call you so many names and thinking that they're like offending you. No, you're not offending me. You can call me as many names as you want. That's not the first time I heard it, and it's damn sure not going to be the last. There are just so many people out there who I feel like there are some people who just get mad that they can't do their makeup like that or they can't pull off doing their makeup the way that you do. But everybody has a preference of what they like to do. But don't hate on people who wear makeup. It fucking washes off. Okay? When I'm done with this video, I'm about to get my makeup wipe and wash off my damn makeup. It doesn't stay on. It's not permanent, but people act like it does. Like for real. And it's very therapeutic for me to chit chat. I love doing my makeup. I just do. I do powder brows somewhat. I definitely have to carve them out. Carving them out definitely helps out tremendously, in my opinion. It really makes them look, it's just my favorite part because it really makes them look like you just got them professionally done. So, hey, Heather. People should just do their makeup how they like and not how others expect. And then everybody else should just shut the F up, right, girl? That's all I'm saying. Shut the hell up. If you don't like my makeup, then keep it moving. Okay? It's not hard. Keep it moving. But you don't have to criticize or talk about something that literally washes off at the end of the day. You know? That's why I'm saying it takes a lot of courage to get on here live, and it's very raw. And even though I used to do it on Facebook, like I said, Facebook is different. Facebook is a very different compared to YouTube. There's way more trolls on YouTube. So that's what kind of held me back from wanting to do it. But I'm glad that I did. I actually really, really enjoy making this a thing every Thursday where we come and just chill and just do makeup and just have girl time. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited. I'm excited to do the Halloween look too. Emily, welcome. Tia is great and talks about all kinds of stuff plus makeup tutorials. Thank you, Alex. You're so sweet. I obviously I do more commentary because that's just my thing. But every Thursday, I will be here. Now, cut me some slack. Sometimes shit happens. I'm a mom, a wifey, whatever. Family comes first, but I am going to make sure that I'm always here every Thursday because I really do enjoy this. I don't like the natural brow hair, new style of brows, but that's just me. Me too, girl. Me too, Priscilla. I don't like it. But that's just it's I like the way it looks on other people though. I just don't like the way it looks on me. I've tried it, I just don't like it. Alex Erickson, thank you. She's beautiful. I can't wait to watch more. Thank y'all for real. You are so welcome, Emma Lou. I'm so glad that you're here. I love seeing new faces. That warms my heart. Fake hair on your brow sounds kind of gross. Meanwhile, I'm driving down the road trying to pluck a chin. Yeah, I had one yesterday and it was like long too. I had a chin hair like right here. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even see it, but that's funny. Be careful while you're driving, girl. Oh, I'm scared to do something permanent because what if you don't like it? I know. That's why I've never did the microblading because I'm good. I'm good. I've seen the ones that you stick on that come on like paper. I've seen those ones too. Those ones too, Priscilla. And no, I think I might have seen, who did I see trying it? Was it Candy Lover? I think it was Candy Lover one day she tried that. That no. I'd rather just do my brows and get them over with. I wish I made it to more of your lives, but it gives me something to listen to during the day. Oh, I'm so it doesn't matter whether you watch the replay or whatever, Alex. It makes me just so happy that you're here, sweetie. I'll try to start going live earlier as far as when the makeup tutorials go in general, but it's just harder for me to go live earlier. But I do want to start doing earlier lives just because I go live too often where it's late, So I'm going to try to start going live earlier as well. But I've been seeing a lot of your lives, Alex, and I love you. You already know, girl. I ain't got to say shit. You know I love your channel. I've seen those advertisements as well. It's like, would I try? Right? Shit attitudes don't wash off. Unfortunately, they're as deep as things come, their hearts. Yep. Yes, that struggle is very real. People do seem to get weirdly personally offended by makeup that's not their style, or maybe it, right. Maybe they're just not brave enough to do it. And I think that's one of the things that it is. Like, if you can just get so upset over something that washes off, you somebody struck a nerve with you. Like, there's something deep within you that you need to start figuring out what's going on in there, because to get so mad over makeup, something that washes off of your face, is crazy to me. That's just crazy. Like, I laugh at it. I think it's funny as hell, because I know that if you're getting mad about my makeup, there's something going on deep inside of you to where you need to go work that out with a therapist. Sorry, but that's just my opinion. You don't go around criticizing other people for their choice and what they choose to do with their life, especially when it comes to makeup. I just don't get it. It's not that serious. I mean, yeah, I love makeup. It's serious to me. Like, it is an art, and it makes me happy. It makes me feel better about myself. But at the end of the day, like, my mother raised me to wear makeup, never let the makeup wear you. What that means, and what my mother tried to show me and raise me to know, that wear makeup, feel beautiful in it, embrace it. My mom was a makeup artist as well, so I used to watch her. She did her makeup however she wanted to that day, however she was feeling, and she would just always tell me, wear makeup, but don't let it wear you. And that means don't be walking around um, thinking that you have to wear makeup. Wear makeup because you want to, because of the way it makes you feel. But don't be one of those people that feel like you have to put on makeup before you walk out the door. Um, because then that would mean that you're letting the makeup wear you, and you're letting it run your life, I guess. That's just the way my mom looked at it. But I have always been very daring when it came to makeup, and I'm good with it. Right? Like, what in the world? Bonjour, madame. I hope you're having a good day, Heather. Listen, keeps not much with my channel open the gym for. Right, much respect. I respect so many people that can do makeup even better. Like, wow. You see them girls on Instagram where they're doing these tutorials where they have two hands, and I'm like, what I got a lot of catching up to do, okay? A lot. Like, I seen this one girl, and I think it was on a YouTube short. She literally had two brushes like this doing her contour. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, I love makeup. It's an art to me. That's how I look at it. So yeah, I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a great week too. I don't even know how to. Nalasia, I hope I'm saying your name right, but thank you so much for being here, sweetie. And they are coarse as wire too. The tattoo ones are too shiny. You're welcome, Alex. It's always a pleasure to have you in here. I'm here. I'm mentally exhausted, but I'm here. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you, beautiful. I didn't know your mom was a makeup artist. Yeah, she went to cosmetology school, but she did people's makeup, and she was a beast. And my mother is the one that taught me to be very daring. Like, I would watch her. She did it amazing. I love your makeup. You always look beautiful. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Yes, you are the only person that has pronounced my name from the very first day correct. Thank you. Really? So it's Malaysia. It's a beautiful name. I mean, it's gorgeous. Tia or me. Um, I'm not sure. What are you talking about, Heather? I must have missed something. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun. I hope you guys learned something from watching me do my brows. I will definitely be doing my brows again. Remember, brows are sisters, not twins. They're not always going to be perfect. And just have fun with makeup. Be daring. Just challenge yourself. And like I said, makeup is about preference. Brows are about preference. And it's just about the way that you, as the individual, want to do your brows. Try to make sure that your brows go with your face. Like, oh my gosh, back in the day, I've gone through a journey with my brows. Let me tell y'all. Oh my gosh, they used to be so thick and just like. But I'm not gonna erase that. Like, it's embarrassing, but I'm not gonna go back. I want to, but it's my journey, and it's my journey with makeup. I've come a long way and I still have a long way to go, but it's always a pleasure. I'm so glad that I chose to do this because I wanted to do this for so long and I was always so scared. And I'm not usually that type of person to be scared of anything, but it's a very, very, you're putting yourself out there and you're putting yourself out there for a lot of criticism and a lot of disrespect for people who I guess apparently hate makeup and hate Sharpie brows, what the fuck ever. I'm about to rock these Sharpie brows until the day I die, and I'm all good with it, okay? And if it bothers you, like I said, you might want to think about getting some therapy because makeup is all about preference, and I need you guys to instill that in your head especially when you're watching somebody like me. Makeup is all about preference. It's all about what makes you happy as the individual. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Do you, boo. Don't care about nobody else. I never have and I never will. But thank you guys all for being here. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, take what I said, take what I did, with my brows. And even if you don't like the way my brows are per se, you can take different things did and implement it to the way that you want to do your brows. Until the cows come home is what we say where I live. Until the cows come home. Exactly. I'm always about to do me. That's it. That's it. But I cannot wait to do the Halloween look next week. So please make sure that you're here for that. Share this video if you care. And make sure that you like this video or dislike, whatever. It's all interaction. And I don't know, leave a comment after the video. Make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't already, of course. And that's it. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys next Thursday for the Halloween look. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see me do, you can either leave it in the comments after this live is over, or you can message me. All of my social medias are on my About Me section on YouTube, of course, on my channel. Oh wow, I can't wait. I will be here for that. It's gonna be so much fun. So any suggestions you guys have, I probably will do a sugar skull, but I could do something different. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, and another thing too that I want to tell you guys is I love you too. Thank you guys all. I appreciate you. Thank you to my amazing mods. Thank you to all of you guys for being so loyal. Maybe you could post thing on community. Yeah, I can probably do like maybe a vote. I'll do that. Tia, please look at Susan's comment. Can you please teach us some self-confidence? Is that who you're telling me to look at? Oh, shoot. What did I miss? I'm sorry if I missed your comment, Susan. Hold on. When I was younger, I wouldn't go out the house without makeup. It don't mean I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but can y'all pray for my baby sister? Cancer is hitting her hard. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you want me to pin that. You guys, please pray for Susan. Please, please, please. And you are in my prayers, Susan. Your sister's in my prayers. Your family is in my prayers. I know how that is to have somebody close to you have cancer. And what I will tell you is just be the strongest that you can possibly be for her. And I will pray for you 100%. Okay. And please, you guys, keep Susan and her family and her sister in your prayers. That's not a Debbie Downer at all. And girl, I'm going to be doing some videos too, Lynn, about self-confidence. I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to be doing that because if y'all think I have a lot of self-confidence, y'all are crazy as shit. I don't. It's a journey. I'm still trying to get there. Do I have my days where I'm just like, my shit don't stink? Yeah. But do I have more days when I look in the mirror, like, and with a struggle? Yes. So I definitely want to do more videos about that. So thank you for saying that, Lynn, because it's so crazy because I was just thinking about that today. Because as you get older, I think that the older you get, the more comfortable and confident you should be. But that's not true. It's just not. And for some people it is, but for me, it's not. And I'm sure it is like that for a lot of other women. So we're going to talk about that. I'm definitely going to be doing some videos about that. Women need to back other women more. You are awesome. I'll be back. I am so happy. Thank you so much for being here, Emma Lou. It's always awesome to see new faces. And I do commentary, but I do talk about really interesting things, Emma Lou. So you can come back for that as well. Susan, your sister will definitely be in my thoughts and prayers. Absolutely. You will be in our prayers. And yes, we as women, we put each other down a lot, and I hate it. I don't understand why it has to be that way, but I just don't think that it's something that's gonna change. Um, Women are just horrible to one another. And until that changes, and I don't understand why women just won't get this. If women actually treated each other better and quit hating on one another, women could literally take over the world if we came together. But there's just too many excuse me, there's just too many hateful, devious, jealous women out there, and you can't escape that. And as long as that exists, um, women are always going to be against one another until you can be happy for another woman and her success and, you know, her beauty or whatever the situation is. Until you can look at another woman and be 100% genuinely happy for that woman, um, it's never going to change. But we as women could definitely rule the world if we came together. And hopefully one day that'll happen, but I doubt it, especially in today's society where women are so competitive with one another. I've always said to, I think this is actually an ex boyfriend that said this to me. Like when women go out and they're dressed up, women dress for other women because it's a competition. They don't dress for other men. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. The majority, not all. But we're going to talk about that. I'm definitely going to be doing more live streams about self confidence and your journey with self confidence and how hard it is, how it can change your life. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting topic, and I'm going to definitely talk about it more. Susan, you are definitely in my prayers, you and your family, and I will be praying for your sister and, just be strong for her. I agree. I wish there could be a turn in this world and everyone got along and love on one another. I agree. Like, and I don't know about you guys, but drama is draining to me. Like, I feel like it just sucks everything out of me. And when it is too much, like, I will literally stay far away. And enough is enough, man. But I'm sure we'll talk about that in the next couple days too. Thank y'all. It means so much to me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to be negative, but this is real life, and I love and thank y'all so much. No, that is not negative at all. It's reality, and we will definitely keep you in our prayers. And like I said, all of my social medias are on my YouTube. Susan, if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here because I've been through it. So definitely reach out to me if you need somebody to talk to. And I love you guys so much. It's always so awesome to just sit here and talk to you guys. I believe if you can't see and appreciate the beauty and accomplishments of another woman, you need to work harder on loving yourself. Yes, listen, peeps, 100%. And I will always be that woman. Like, if I see another beautiful woman, okay, I'm walking and I see a beautiful woman, I am going to freaking look at that woman and be like, wow, she is beautiful. Sometimes I might even go up to that woman and say, oh my God, you are beautiful. People come up to me and say it, and I go up to other women and say it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know why women are like that. They just feel like it's always a competition, and it doesn't have to be a competition. You are your own person, just like that woman that you may be hating on is her own person. Now, am I going to sit here and say that I'm perfect and I've never hated on another woman? Absolutely, when I was younger. But now I know the power that we as women have, and I know how much power we could have if we actually uplifted one another instead of dragging each other down. But until that day comes, there is nothing that at other women like competition. And it's gotten worse now because of social media. It's never going to change. But I am the last person that will ever hate on a woman. If I see a beautiful woman, I'm probably going to go up to her and tell her, for one. Even if I like her hair, her makeup, her the way her eyeshadow looks, I'm going up to her and saying it. Now I'm if she's like far, far away, I don't know, but more than likely, I'm going up to her. Just like people come up to me, and I think it's amazing. I think it makes me feel happy when people actually, and I know that those people, those women that come up to me and say, "Oh my God, this and that," they are confident women. They wouldn't be confident if they didn't come up to me, but just sat there and stared at me and said, look at her. Who the fuck does she think she is? Look at her brows. Just picking apart everything that they actually deep down probably wish they had. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I tried very, very hard to teach my daughters. Yes. And it's so, so, so tough for, I do want a little girl. I do, but my heart genuinely goes out to mothers that are raising young ladies in this generation, because it can be very, very tough with all of these fictitious influencers and things like that. My heart goes out to mothers raising daughters, because it's even harder now. It's tough. So my heart goes out to all of you. That's why I love you. I live my life the same way. Oh, I love you too, Priscilla. You are so sweet. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, don't worry about it, Ella. You apologized. And I don't remember either, Ella. So, yes, just try very, very hard to instill and teach your daughter self confidence. They're going to need it in today's generation. And it's so hard to have that self confidence when you are looking at these unrealistic celebrities and influencers on social media. And I say unrealistic because it is. A majority of those influencers and the Kardashians and all these celebrities that post pictures, that's not them. They're not perfect. They have flaws like all of us. But of course, when you're younger, that's not how you're going to look at things. We all know how we look at things when we were younger. So, it isn't easy at all, but it's so worth it. Tia, I hope you get your little girl. Oh God. If it doesn't happen soon, it's not going to happen, but it would be nice to have a little girl. But I think if I didn't, it'd be okay. Because I do know how hard it is in today's society to raise a young lady. So um, it would be nice, though. It would. Yes, it is. It's very amazing. That's all. That's all I'm going to continue to do. Now, I'm still going to call people out on their bullshit, because that's what we do over here on this channel. But I don't have any problems with what the hell was I saying? I don't even know. I hate it when that happens. Um, oh yeah, I'm always gonna call people out on their bullshit, but at the end of the day, I uplift women too. And I make sure, you know, that I tell my friends how beautiful they are. And, it's beautiful. Don't just, not I'm talking about on the outside, I'm talking about on the inside too. You want to strive to be more beautiful on the inside than the outside. You're, because if you're ugly on the inside, you're ugly on the outside. Okay. Point blank, period. Aw, I bet she's so beautiful. You already know how Auntie Heather feels. Yes, I know. And girls are vicious. Listen, peeps. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I bet your little girl's so beautiful. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go, even though I love having these conversations. Make sure if you are just tuning in, make sure you catch the replay. Like I said, take whatever you've seen me do with my brows and implement it to your daily brow routine. Brows are sisters, not twins, so don't strive for them to be perfect. Do the best you can. Okay. Yes, and Heather's daughter is absolutely beautiful. I birthed one of each gender and I am raising my granddaughter. Boys are so much easier to raise. They are when they're younger. No, they are when they're older, Chloe. Actually, boys are so hyper and so all over the place. And the older they get, the more relaxed they get. And that's why a lot of different boys are being diagnosed so early with ADHD and things like that, because boys are definitely a lot more, they're different than girls, that's for sure. Good night, Heather. Thank you to all my amazing mods. Thank you to all of you guys. You guys, it genuinely means the world to me that you guys are here. Don't forget to be here next week for the Halloween look. I will put up a vote on my community post between 2 or 3 different looks, and you guys can vote. And I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing, and you always make my night. Stay beautiful. Remember how beautiful you are. Embrace yourself, and know that you are beautiful. And just strive to be beautiful on the inside, most importantly. And go, if you see a beautiful woman out somewhere, go up to her and tell her that you think she's beautiful. Uplift, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a live. I don't know what it's on, but we are doing a live tomorrow. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. I don't know. But I love you guys so much. Bye. I don't know how to get that off. Bye, you guys.